Cloud. Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome. We're here with Natasha Kaluza, one of my favorite artists. She inspires me so much.
Oh.
Natasha, tell us who you are.
Who am I? I am a clown for sure. Clown first and foremost, and a hula hooper, and a circus generalist. I do a little bit of everything. I think all clowns are like that. We can juggle, we do some acrobatics, that sort of thing. So kind of a broad base of skills. And I'm just a garden variety clown hippie person.
How did you start doing circus? Like when?
I started circus super late. I had already graduated from college and spent some time in an office paying off my student loans and things. And I got super depressed working in an office. And so I decided to go to clown school to cheer myself up. I didn't think that I was necessarily going to be a clown at that point. I just thought it was a good thing to do to, keep in the theatrical world. My degree is in theater arts. And so I kind of thought that I would go on to a different training program and maybe get an MFA in just straight acting. But once I found the clown world, the Circus Center, the Clown Conservatory, and fell into that world, there was no turning back.
Right, that's where we met. That's where I first met you, was at Clown Conservatory.
Yeah.
And I started studying psychology and media, and then I just landed in the circus world, which is awesome. I love us because we get to do what we love and really enjoy life and share with others all this goodness of circus. So now let me ask you, what kind of circus do you do these days?
So the most of what I do is working with my husband, who's my clown partner, Jamie Coventry. Together we are Coventry and Kaluza. So we do, of course, we're all in quarantine lockdown or shelter in place right now. So we're not out performing our shows, but we do a 45-minute show together in different venues like community centers, libraries, fairs, events. Sometimes we'll be hired to take just a piece of our show and then plug it into a variety or a cabaret. Sometimes a corporate client might want, some act to be plugged into their event, something like that. But since that is on hold, we've been doing a lot of virtual offerings. We've been doing something that we're calling Clown PE, which is just a way to get kids up off the couch, put aside the schoolwork for a moment and use your body. As I'm sure you, like many people, believe that using your body is critical to your mental health as well as your physical, emotional well-being. So we're just trying to get people to be creative and active using their bodies.
Awesome. I'm doing something similar with laughter yoga. I'm just inviting people to come and laugh these days because, it's a nice way of getting your energy flowing. But I love what you're doing. I've been watching some of your episodes, like cooking, making some recipes in the kitchen and stretching. So this is a really fun and creative way of using media for now. We hope to get back to the fields.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, definitely. Or even to start making these a way of living for us artists. We'll see how it all turns out. But yeah. Anyhow, let's see. How do you practice your creativity?
How do I practice creativity? So I think, like, in the day-to-day sense, I feel like the world that I create for myself in my home is an expression of my creativity. The way for me, I'm very visual and spatial. So the angle that my chair is at in my corner, to me, is an expression of my creativity. I like things to be exactly where they're supposed to be, everything in its place, and have my decor a soothing and beautiful picture that I get to take in. In terms of working as a clown or a circus artist, I practice my creativity by saying yes. before I'm ready for something. That would be like, you know, somebody says, oh, can you do an act for this cabaret? I say, yes. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I might make up something new. I might take something that I've already done and kind of, you know, polish it up and switch it and make it appropriate for that particular event. Or I might just come up with something new. So that's a way of pushing myself to be creative, to come up with something new. And the other way, there are a couple other ways. I'm just rambling, by the way. I'm just rolling with it. I like to play the what if game. Just what if this? What if that? What if we all rode around on giant ducks? What if Jamie, you played my role and I did you? What if you did the hula hoops? You know, we just play this what if game and see if anything comes from that. Sometimes, you know, an idea will just get, oh, that's not a good idea. But other times it will spark something into being. So I like to play what if. And the last thing that I'll say about practicing creativity is that I try and do something that I'm not very good at. Probably on a weekly basis. Right now, I'm not able to take my tap dance classes, but I like to take tap dance classes, and I'm not very good. It's super fun, and I enjoy it, but I'm not really that good at it, and that's okay with me because I like to be in that beginner's mindset. I like to be able to be forced to use myself, my body, my mind in a way that I wouldn't normally if I'm in my comfort zone. So that is a long-winded answer. And there you have it.
But I like it. I remember watching one of your acts, and it was about a box. So the box, do you remember that one? That you capture sounds.
Yes.
Inside of there were a couple of boxes acts that you had. One where there was a smaller box and then a bigger box and then a giant box, and out of that giant box a guy came out and proposed marriage to another girl, and you were sort of guiding that routine. And then the other box act that I watched was where you were catching all of the sounds inside the box and letting them out. Yeah. And I thought, what? This is so cool and so simple. What a creative person.
Well, I will be honest. I did not make that routine up. Catching, people have, I think, traditionally done where they take applause from the audience and they put it in the box, and then they'll open the box and applause will still, you know, the audience will respond to applaud when the box opens. Did I lose you? I might have lost you. Oh, are you back? There you are. For some reason, my screen lost you. But it was my idea, yes, to switch it up and to use different sounds to put inside the box, because then I could play a different role, not a different role, but I could play with that in a different way than just applause. To be honest, I didn't come up with the whole concept. But I think that's actually another way of being creative, now that you bring it up, is to take something that might be a classic piece and then go, well, how can I refurbish this? How can I make this my own? How can I take it, twist it, make a new ending, et cetera, et cetera. So that's another way of practicing creativity. I, for one, love to do some of the super, super classic things like we learned in clown school, you know, Dead or Alive, where your arm goes in the different way. I love to do that with Jamie in our show because the kids love it, first of all. But secondly, I love to do it with absolute precision. To me, that's where the skill and the craft comes in, that you're not just going, oh yeah, I'm going to do this old thing. Here we go. I do it like this and yay, the kids laugh. But I like to really do it 100% as best as I'm able to. And to me, that's like getting to see, you know, the history in the present moment, because it's been passed down and now here it is. It's a living version of that. Again, I'm so long-winded. Sorry, talking so much. Oh no, I can't hear you. Wait, your sound is muted. There we wait. Unmute.
So because that brings out the tradition. Like circus tradition is being taught from generation to generation. So it's a very sort of like already set up environment. And we come in with our imagination and our creations, and we're there to break this patterns. But for example, when I was working in wrangling, they were giving me a choreography, and the choreography, you play that for the year and a half or 2 years that your contract is. And every day, if you do the same thing, you might get bored. So it's what we're saying, like there's a structure, and then you find the freedom within that, and that's where your creativity can come in. Like if the hit is like hit right there, maybe I can go, whoa, hit. I don't know. Just spiking it up and changing it a little bit will give you something new, even if it's something that is old, like old circus traditions.
Yeah.
Natasha, what would you say to some of our young artists? What's your advice?
My advice to young artists is to listen to your body, for sure. I think that there are a couple of aspects of that. Sometimes we think that we need to be at a certain place, and we push ourselves too hard, and we're not listening to our body. Like, what am I really capable of in this moment? And sometimes it goes the opposite. Our mind is saying, oh no, don't do that. I'm scared. But your body is capable of it. So you have to learn to develop a relationship, a really deep understanding between your mind and your body of what the edge of your skill set is and how to push it safely. I think that, because I told you I came to circus late, I was already fed the messages, oh, you're an adult, you can't do this acrobatics. But now I look back, I'm like, oh, actually I could have done a lot more if I would have really listened to my own self and not, a negative something from somebody from the outside. So it's being aware of your own accurate self-assessment, being aware of what you're capable of in the moment, and finding a good coach to help guide you into that next level. Those are really useful things. I would also say that practicing circus, if you're really wanting to do it as a career, are we talking to people who want to do this for a career?
Yeah, so these are young artists that come to Circle Latino. We meet over the summer, and then they have a little bit of like Circle Radical. That's more a little advanced. But throughout the camp, they learn unicycling, stilts, clowning, writing, music. It's a whole program that puts together a show at the end. So yeah, there's a lot of people defying their own fears. There's a lot of kids just growing and playing with that concept of, can I be a circus performer, or what are my fears? Where are my limits? Where's my security? What's the line? So pushing those boundaries and limits. Yeah.
Yeah, within your, for your own self, and everybody's going to be different. That's for sure. One of the greatest things about the circus is that there's a place for everybody in the circus. Your skills might be different than the person's next to your skills, but that doesn't mean that you're both not still necessary and a super important part of the circus. So it's finding that for yourself. What is my joy? What do I have to bring? And then fully accepting that and bringing it forward. And I would say that practicing your skills is also one of your jobs. It's like a fun job that you get to do. It's not just goofing around to practice your unicycle. You're doing an awesome thing. You're training your body, you're training your mind, you're learning discipline, and then you're going to get to show off those skills for everybody. So practice, practice, practice. Those are the things I would say.
Yeah, we use that a lot too. I bet for aerials it's a little also scary, like going up in heights. So yeah, Natasha, I want to thank you so much for your time, your knowledge, and sharing your experience in circus with us. Do you want to share with us like where we can find your shows, how we can follow your work, since now it's accessible online?
Sure. Our website is coventryandkaluza.com. And I am going to be posting some things up there about when certain videos will be dropping. But you could also just check our Facebook page, like us on Facebook, and follow us there. And our YouTube page, all of it is Coventry and Kaluza. We're not super active on the social media, so this is a new world for us to dive into that. We mostly have put our energy into doing live performance. So I don't even like to take pictures with my phone. People are like, show me some pictures. I don't have any pictures on my phone. It's just not something I do. So it's definitely a challenge for us, but we're starting to get better at it. So you can find us at those social media places, Facebook, YouTube, and our website.
Yay. I also want to say you're a great coach. I've taken classes with you at Athletic Playground, and those were always so much fun. Your energy is really high up, and I want the world to be filled with people like you.
Oh, thank you. That's so nice. Well, likewise, your laughter is contagious. And it's,
Yay.
I want to join your laughter yoga class.
Come on in. I'll send you the link. All right. Say hi to Jamie.
Will do.
Goodbye, old Circle Latino community and family. Thanks for spending time with me and Natasha. We'll see you soon.
Ciao, gracias.
Ciao.